God will speak to you in your imagination. Let me explain. I often talk about the book that was a game changer for me in hearing God's voice. It's a book titled 4 Keys to Hearing God's Voice by Dr. Mark Virkler. Actually, I'm not sure if it's in that book or one of his videos. He has a website, Communion with God Ministries. Maybe I got that from one of his DVDs. I also have several of his DVDs. But in his ministry page, he said this, and it was so powerful, I'll never forget it. This was before he started this ministry. He was working for a church. He had an office. I'm not sure what it was, but he had an office. And one day, the leaders of the church took him to lunch and pretty much said to him that we're letting you go. Now, he went home that day and he was completely distraught. He didn't know, what just happened. So he closed his eyes and he pictured the whole scene with the leaders in the lunch, during the lunch. And then he pictured in his imagination Jesus standing over this luncheon. All of a sudden, he saw Jesus in his imagination laughing. And he asked Jesus, "Why are you laughing?" And Jesus said, "Because I orchestrated this whole thing. I've been wanting you to move, but you weren't moving. You wanted to stay in this comfortable office in this church. I have different plans for you." Now I'm paraphrasing. And this is now, look at this. He has Communion with God Ministries. This book, is written in all these different languages. He has been just instrumental in teaching God's people all over the world about how to hear his voice, about angels, about healing, about health. You should check out his website. It's pretty awesome. So I'm telling you all this to tell you that I have a little poodle named Angel. He is 16 years old. He coughs a lot. And I took him to the vet and they said he has chronic bronchitis. I'm sure that's because he's very old. And a few nights ago, he was coughing in bed, and all of a sudden this testimony of Mark Virkler came to my mind. So all of a sudden, in my imagination, I pictured Jesus standing over my angel, coughing. And all of a sudden, I saw Jesus blow into Angel's mouth, and the coughing stopped. That was just so powerful to me. And I've used this over and over again. Besides other things, like I will put my hand on him and say, "You are healed. Lord, I send your healing power into him." Many things have worked. And his coughing has slowed down and stopped so that he could, rest and have a good night's sleep. So, I just encourage you to do the same. If there's a situation that, I just don't understand what just happened, why don't you close your eyes, picture the scene, picture in your imagination Jesus standing over that, and see what you are seeing him do. Maybe he will speak to you instead of do something. We can't put God in a box. He will do whatever he wants. But again, there's always something more of God. Every time I learn something of God, something of his ways, he's always on to the next thing. He can't give it to us all at once. I think our brains would explode. Even the Bible, if we understood every word we read, our brains would explode. So much truth. He gives it to us a little at a time so we can digest it, so we can chew on it, so we can become rooted and grounded in these truths slowly. So I pray this has been an encouragement to you. Close your eyes. Use your imagination. It's a gift from God.